Good morning. And I'm not Reverend Teresa. I'm Reverend Emil Govro, and I am pinch hitting this morning. Reverend Teresa sent me a note yesterday. She had no voice. And the worst thing a minister cannot have is a voice. And I just welcome you. It's just always so much fun. Somebody was talking about, being in front of a loving audience. And, you know that everyone in the audience appreciates your presence, is wanting to hear something good, wanting to know that life is better than they ever imagined, and we just have a lot of fun with it. So there's so many different ways. I was interested way back when I started in this. It seemed like the lesson was almost always the same underlying message, but there were so many ways to express it. And I've told this story to a few people, but I was at Agape with Michael Beckwith, and he tells the story of his very first Sunday. And he said I think it was 35 people and $17 in the offering. But he said that, he had a great morning, had all these people, he was very excited, and he sat back in the chair at this desk at the YWCA in Santa Monica, and he just sort of collapsed. And then he said, I sat bolt upright. He said, what am I going to talk about next Sunday? I talked about everything I know today. And as you know, he's been doing it about 30 years now, so I think he's found other things to talk about. So today we're talking about transcendent purpose, and I'll talk more about that and some of my discoveries after we have our first song. But let's take a moment and center ourselves in one of my favorite things, which is prayer. So we just turn within, close your eyes if you're comfortable, and just center yourself in that knowing that there's only one presence, only one activity, only one life here. It is all God, it is all good, it is all you and me, and we are all of the one. And not just you and me and those of us in this room and those of us on the broadcast we're doing this morning, but everyone everywhere. And sometimes that's a little daunting to think about, but everyone everywhere is part of this infinite oneness that we share together. And we flow and we move in it, and there's an activity that happens in a give and take and a back and forth, and we just flow with it, knowing that it is serving the highest good of the universe in every moment. So I know as we enter into this activity of music and fun and fellowship and deep spiritual activity, that all is good and all is God. And I am so grateful, and we can say in agreement, and so it is. And now we have Elaine Silver and Jay.
Good morning. Everyone, everywhere. And I know that today we're focusing, or at least that's what I was told, we're focusing on, I am worthy. I am worthy. So if we all know and then remember who and what we're made of, how can we not be worthy when we are made 100%, each one, everywhere, 100% made of source energy, God, spirit, whatever you want to call it. And Reverend Joan Pinkston, who used to have a Science of Mind church in St. Petersburg in the 90s, she explained it one day beautifully. She said, all of me, all of each one here is made of God. All of us are God, but we're not all of God. We're just a part of it. We're an individualizing expression. So we're going to affirm that. I am made of God, and God is all of me. I am made of the goddess, and she is all of me. I am made of spirit. See it, feel it, hear it. I am made of God, and God is all of me. Okay? Those are the words in the first part of the song. Okay. And Jay Bird Martin here is going to tickle our fancies on his licorice stick. let me hear you. About it, Jen. There's a presence, there's an essence, there's a light within me that shines. There's a presence, there's an essence, reflecting the divine. That's your part. There's a presence, there's an essence, there's a light within me that shines. There's a presence, there's an essence, reflecting the divine. I am made of God, and God is all of me. I am made of the goddess, and she is all of me. I am made of spirit, see it, feel it, hear it. I am made of God, and God is all of me. There's a presence, there's an essence, there's a light within me that shines. There's a presence, there's an essence, reflecting the divine. And again, there's a presence, there's an essence, there's a light within me that shines. There's a presence, there's an essence, reflecting the divine, reflecting the divine, reflecting the divine, reflecting the divine. Oh, this is Diet Reverend D.
Hi, everybody.
Rev D.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Reverend Diana Escobar, and I'm happy to do the reading today because it's one of my favorite books. It's called Richer Living, an affirmative meditation for every day of the year, and it's by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker, and I just love this book. Somebody really special gave it to me, and look, I've had it since 2010. You think I need to get a one? It's all, but I love it so much, and it speaks the truth of my heart and who we all are. So when I read this every morning, it just sets me in that wonderful consciousness that I am one with everyone and everything. So please, if you'd like to gently close your eyes and just listen. Guidance and wisdom belong to me. Realizing that all actions start in and is a result of consciousness, prepare your mind to receive the best that life has to offer. Become increasingly aware of the one presence, the one life, and the one spirit, which is God. Try to drop all sense of lack or limitation from your thought. The Spirit works for you through your belief. All things are possible to this Spirit. Therefore, everything is possible to you in such a degree as you can believe in and accept the operation of Spirit in your life. There is something within you which is completely aware of its oneness with power, of its unity with life. Lose all the thoughts of discord and fear and permit the true pattern to come to the surface. And say, I allow the divine wholeness to flow through me in every widening circles of activity. Every good I have experienced is now increased. In joy that has come into my life is now multiplied. There is a new influx of inspiration into my thoughts. I see more clearly than ever before, and my divine birthright is freedom, joy, and eternal goodness. The divine presence interprets itself to me through love and friendship, through peace and harmony. Knowing that life gives according to my faith, I lift my mind, I elevate my faith, and I listen deeply to the song of my being. Thank you.
The song of my being. Well, this song, my intention is that part of this song become a part of your being. This is called Worthy Deserver, and it was just written this week. I just finished it. I worked on it more after Jay and I rehearsed. So I just have a little intro, though, because I was driving from WV to NJ. The billboard said, "What did Jesus say?" Well, what would Jesus do, and what did Jesus say? He spoke of many things while he pointed the way to his teachings and the manner in which he lived his life. Those preachings were the way, the truth, and the light, the manner in which he lived. It is done unto you as you believe. You can achieve what you conceive. When we pray from the upper room, which is higher consciousness, higher awareness, our ideas then begin to bloom. As if it's said and done, and God's kingdom is in each one. And it's not even a place, but the essence of all in every space. And so it is. So worthy deserver. It is done unto you as you believe. That's a fabulous idea. And just whatever you tell yourself. A belief is just a thought we keep thinking. And then when we add feeling to it, that really gives it some ammunition. So let's see. Oh, I'm going to teach you the first part. And it goes like this. It is done unto you as you believe, and it comes when you open to receive. Let's try that part. It is done unto you as you believe, and it comes as we open to receive. Each one an expression of the universe, inhabiting the place we call the planet Earth. Each one an expression, each one an expression of the universe, inhabiting the place we call the planet Earth. Now, we're going to do it in the first person, because we're going to own this. It is done unto me as I believe, and it comes as I open to receive. I am an expression of the universe, inhabiting the place we call the planet Earth. One more time. It is done unto me as I believe, and it comes as I open to receive. I am an expression of the universe, inhabiting this place we call the planet Earth. All right, Jay. this next part is like a kirtan. It's a call and response. I'll call it out and you respond like this. I'm a worthy deserver, I am worthy. I'm a worthy deserver, I am worthy. I'm a worthy deserver, I am worthy. Blessed and highly favored, I am worthy. Blessed and highly favored, I am worthy. Now let's do that. It is done unto me again. It is done unto me as I believe, and it comes as I open to receive. I am an expression of the universe, inhabiting the place we call the planet. Now this is the brand new verse I just made up, I think, this morning. A belief is just a thought that I keep thinking. When I'm releasing doubt, my heart is singing. I am an expression of the universe, creating miracles upon the planet Earth. You know your part. I'm a worthy deserver, I am worthy. I'm a worthy deserver, I am worthy. Blessed and highly favored, I am worthy. Blessed and highly favored, I am worthy. I'm a worthy deserver, I am worthy. Blessed and highly favored, I am worthy. It is done unto me as I believe, and it comes as I open to receive. I am an expression of the universe, inhabiting the place we call the planet Earth. It is done unto you as you believe, and so it is. Okay, Reverend Emil.
Thank you. Elaine, Jay, wonderful. And you have to excuse me just a moment. I have bionic ears and I have to adjust them because they don't sound right. There we go. Ah, much better. Okay. Some things can be very distracting. So I want to thank Elaine and Jay and Reverend Diana because they set me up perfectly for what I wanted to start with this morning. And yes, in about 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah. You'll notice my backup music. Diana Wyatt and I were having a conversation the other day, and she said, how come there's so much language that sounds like duality in our science of mind, religious science teaching? And I think a lot of us started somewhere like the Catholic Church or synagogue or, what's that? Can't hear me? Jacob? Now we can? There we go. It's supposed to be here. Do I need to repeat everything? All right. So Diana Wyatt and I were talking about why do we have so many things that sound like a duality, me and God, God and me kind of a thing, versus all one. And of course, Elaine set us up perfectly by saying it's all one. Ministers that I know were traveling in India, and they went to an ashram, and they were doing chanting, and one of the people there asked if there was chanting in religious science, and his partner said, "Oh, yes," and he says, "I had no idea what he was going to say, but you can found it in Ernest Holmes. There is only one life. That life is perfect. That life is God's life, and that life is my life now." And everybody is saying it along with me. Let's say that together. There is only one life. That life is perfect. That life is my life, and that life is God's life. I did it wrong, but it works. Anyway, the point being is there's the infinite substance, and it's not out of us, we're out of it. We're formed in the image and likeness of the infinite universe, which means we have a lot of potential that we're not tapping into, right? The universe is infinite. We can transcend all the kinds of things that we think are holding us back, all the kinds of things that we think are impeding the progress of our society. I mean, if we look out, if you dare to look at the newspapers and the news media, it's pretty doggone scary. And at the same time, there's an underlying perfection that is seeking to express itself. One of the things that hooked me on Science of Mind way back when was I was reading, first sentence of the Science of Mind book, actually. There will come a day when science and religion will walk hand in hand. He sort of had me at hello at that, that old thing. But deeper into the book, he's talking about how now I'm going to say he at the time, for me, look at disease and curing and healing and all that. And he basically said, we don't deny that we broke a finger or a leg or we have a cold or whatever it is. What we're denying, so to speak, is that's the truth of our being. Being broken is not the truth of our being. As we know, Bobby is healing from this fall. Having broken fingers and a broken humerus are not the truth of his being. Whole, perfect, and complete is the truth of his being. So, as Teresa called me Friday morning, she says the theme is transcendent purpose. And I said, oh boy. Michael used to say that's a topic big enough to drive a truck through. Well, and the first thing I thought was, well, I'm going to look up, and that she was going to do a visioning, so we will get to that. I thought, well, I'll look up transcendence, figuring I'll start there and then get to transcendent purpose. Well, transcendence was defined as a state of being transcendent. And I was like, Merriam-Webster did not help me at all. So transcendent, according to Merriam-Webster, is exceeding or lying beyond the limits of ordinary experience. Being beyond comprehensive, transcending the universe of material existence. Now, we're not going to disappear or anything today. Then I looked up purpose, two-sided printing. It says something set up as an end to be attained, an object or result achieved. I didn't like that so much because, so like if you've attained it, then what? And I think we probably see that in a lot of folks when they first retire. Okay, I did my 20, 30, 40 years. Now what? So, transcendent purpose, and I think this came from CSL, refers to a higher, more profound goal that goes beyond mere material achievements. It encourages individuals to seek wisdom and spiritual fulfillment, fostering a deeper connection to the universe and ultimate truths. This concept emphasizes moving beyond self-focused concerns to connect with a greater purpose, enhancing personal fulfillment and well-being. Additionally, having a clear purpose can help individuals overcome limitations and achieve their highest potential. I would drop that last sentence off if I was doing that again, because that sort of brought it back down to a level that to me was not transcendent. All of us have been around the block once or twice. We've all done stuff. We've all had what we thought was a purpose or defined as our purpose at some point in our progress getting to here. Now what? Now what? You know, we talk a lot about, are you doing that thing that makes your heart sing? Are you doing, I have so much fun doing this, it's not work at all. I mean, all those kinds of things. So we're going to do a vision that I think is going to be a little bit different after I get a drink of water. Because, number one, we're not going to write anything down. We're going to tap into the infinite mind and be, yes. We're going to tap into the infinite mind, and it's going to be all there. You're not going to lose it. You'll keep it forever. Because I firmly believe everything we've ever experienced is still there. Our issue is that random access memory thing, bringing it back up when we need it. Like your best friend's last name. Oh. So just get comfortable in your chairs, whatever that looks like for you. For me, it's cross-legged. But people look at me and say, how do you look? You look like a pretzel. Just be comfortable. Let's relax. Let's take 3 breaths together, and with each breath, let out some sort of a sound, just releasing whatever tension might be in your body. All right. So as we enter into this space, knowing that we're part of this infinite flow and movement of the universe that has a potential beyond anything that we can imagine. I always like to think about it as we look at something and we see the expression of spirit. And spirit is more than that. Spirit is in the spaces between the sounds, in the blanks between the things that we do see. And we have access to that. So as you look back first, sort of contemplate those things that you've done, that you enjoyed, that you were proud of, that maybe you weren't so proud of. See if there's a theme that is carried forward. Or are these things that no longer serve and no longer have a place in the flow of your life? Now, as you look at that and think about moving forward from this space, what is seeking to express through you in the way of how you express in the world, how you show up, how you represent the infinite wherever you go? What might that sound like? What might your feeling be? How do you show up? What is it that you want others to discover about you after an interaction? Is Is there a major undertaking you'd like to engage in, or a minor undertaking? I always loved that idea that there's no big or small in God. Whatever we do changes the world around us. What might be calling you in this moment? I did a process like this about 25 years ago. Got tapped on the shoulder and called into the School of Ministry. What calls you? Spirit's calling. How do you show up? Spirit's calling, saying, come, come. Come to me. Come to me with your wholeness and your fullness. And as you see that thing that you're being called to, as it starts to take form, look at what's around you in your life. What might you have to release? What things or behavior or ideas that will free you to that transcendent activity, that thing that transcends whatever you're doing now, whatever you have done in the past, that transcends what you may have considered the normal for you. It may simply be the idea of, I can't do that. Now, as you look at your free self, your self that's ready to transcend, what must you become? Ask yourself, what must you become? What, in the infinite expression of the perfection of spirit, is your way of expressing? What is the new expression of you? What does that bring out in you to step into this new transcendent purpose? The last question, although it might sound like a throwaway, isn't. The question is, what else do I need to know? Ask yourself, what else do I need to know as I look at this transcendent purpose, this transcendent idea that has emerged through this process, this different way of being? this way of being that allows me to express more and never less of the infinite spirit through me. So we flow and we move in this infinite sea of spirit, and we are but droplets of it. Each one representative of the whole, but never one of them being the whole in itself. And we move and we flow from space to space, from place to place, from person to person, bringing all of that with us. Remarkable, but not, and I don't know why it was surprising, but wherever I go, I bring me. And I bring all that I am and all the way that I express and all the ways that I believe or don't believe. So we're really talking about here in this transcendent purpose is how do we show up in the world? How do we show up in this world of spirit, this universe of spirit that's flowing and growing and moving and expanding beyond our imaginations? So when we move from this space today, we will have a different definition of what purpose might look like for us as we move forward, whether we're working or retired or seeking to do something new or improve upon something that we've already been doing. We're all unique and divine and perfect in our own way. And there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. So as we come back into this space, let's just do this simple exercise together. We'll do 3 ohms. We just take a deep breath. And so it is.
It's called God and I Are One, and that's your part. God and I are one. I see only goodness. God and I are one. The goddess and I in oneness. God and I are one. I see only spirit. God and I are one. Spirit and I in oneness. God and I are one. Fearless bliss, worthiness, calling from my soul. Sacredness and consciousness, these are what I hold. Om Namah Shivaya. Shri 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 Jaya. Earth my body, water my blood, God and I are one. Air my breath and fire my spirit, God and I are one. Fire, earth, water, wind, heaven is the peace that lives within. Heaven on earth right here, right now. We say what and God says how. Aware now of the presence, basking in God's essence. God and I are one. Spirit is my only source. God and I are one. Flowing as the infinite source. God and I are one. As I enter sacred space, exalted in the field of grace, nothing ever can replace the God reflected on my face. I see only goodness. Spirit and I in oneness. God and I are one. 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 Okay, so now it's a time. Are you going to do? I think I was going to do the offering. Okay, because I prepared. Okay. All right, so we have reached the time in our celebration where we get to give of our good. We get to give of our good. And I like to invite you to take a brief moment, rub your hands together, generate some positive, love-filled energy into the gifts that we're sharing. And for those on auto pay like I am, I don't even know. I mean, it just goes. Every month they just take it, and it goes to the center. And so when the basket comes, just put your hand over it and give it some good energy. And there's ways to give it home. There's a banner on your screen, so that will tell you all you need to know for that. And given from a consciousness of abundance, we're recognizing that every good and perfect gift comes from the one infinite source. With gratitude, we release a portion of our substance, trusting and knowing that the universe returns to us, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And repeat after me. As I bless, I am blessed. As I give, I receive. As I give, I receive. Okay, here we go. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on. One more time. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on.
Good morning again, everybody. I'm going to do some announcements. I'd like to welcome the first-timers or newcomers to our center. And please see either myself and, well, it just says me, for a gift. We have special gift for you guys. So if you're new or a first-timer, please see me at the end of the service. And Elaine puts a beautiful spread out of food and coffee. Please stay for refreshments and get to know one another. If you have questions with parking or you need help, please see Angelica or Hector, and they can answer your questions. And if you're not getting the weekly newsletter, there's so much information in our wonderful community. We are full of service and lots of things to do. Please sign up for the newsletter. There's a sign-up sheet on the information table. Today's Lunch and Learn is rescheduled for next week with Reverend Teresa. And if you could sign up for that, because there's free pizza, and we want to make sure we have enough food for everybody. Thank you. And today's Rebecca's book club will be having her book club after the service. Please stay for that. And next month, in October, we will have the metaphysical movie discussion starting again, the first Monday of October. Ongoing, we have Wednesday, the Science of Mind Living Circle with Jim, and that's on Wednesday nights, online at 7 o'clock. And my Heart, Mind, and Spirit Recovery meeting, you could either come in person or online. Elaine is the practitioner of the day, and if you're a little shy to meet up with her, you could fill out a prayer request. We love praying for others and having prayers to do for everybody. We love doing that. And yes, stay for coffee and conversation. Oh, and don't forget to go by the information table. There's lots of things going on during the week and during the month. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, we have one more song to end our program. And also, I did bring my store, and Jackie Horn is going to run it, so. Okay. I am the light of the living God. Spirit moves through me. You are the light of the living God. Joy is our destiny. I am the love of a giving. I am the love of a giving God. Spirit moves through me. You are the love of a giving God. Peace is our destiny. I'm traveling through eternity, unraveling in my humanity. The darkest night and the deepest pain bring me back to myself again. I am the light of the living God. Spirit moves through me. You are the light of the living God. You are. Joy is our destiny. Traveling through eternity, unraveling in my humanity. The darkest night and the deepest pain bring me back to myself again and again and again and again. We forget, then we remember. We forget, then we remember. We forget, then we remember the truth of who we really are. I am the light of the living God. Spirit move through me. You are are the light of the living God. Joy is our destiny. Peace is our destiny. And love is our ecstasy. Thank you, everyone. We love you. Mwah.